Hi guys, today I have the new Spellbinders March 2022 large die kit of the month to share with you guys. So Spellbinders did send this free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. Any links in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you ever purchase items to those links. The reason I laugh is like the last few videos I've either written 2021 or I've said 2020. It's 2022. So again, this is the March set. I believe it's called Kaleidoscope Floral. So this is what you'll be receiving if you're already signed up for like the larger kits, one of the value kits, or the the large die, or yeah. And if you want to sign up, you have until the basically the next few weeks. There's a blackout period at the end of the month, so if that's something you're interested in, you can pick it up, add it there, and I'll have the links there for you in the description box. So in the unboxing video, the initial one, I pretty much measured all these things and showed you guys what this is about, but it is about 8.5 by 3.5 inches, so it'll sit really nicely on what I consider the center slimline, being 8.5 by 3.5, but it'll go on a 4 by 9 or something, in between there really nicely. And it's this large guy, and what I love about this, it's going to cut this whole thing out, so it's going to be like just a beautiful silhouette kind of large background piece. And then we have the kaleidoscope that Spellbinders does so well. So we have these flowers, and hopefully you can see this is the base piece because it has like the most surface, and then this one layers over that base piece. It has a little bit more showing, kind of cut out here, and then this little thinner one goes on top of all three. And of course, whatever is in the background here, this is not cut out. This is going to leave that space. It'll be there. So let's say you cut this out in black paper or gold paper or whatever it is, that's still going to be here. So now you have 4 layers of color, or play with these however you like. If you just want maybe these two or just this one with that guy, however you want to layer it up, that's up to you. It also comes with some leaf dye and the little flowers, and these flowers match up perfectly. Again, if you want some some layers and to do something different, of course, because if you're going to cut this in one color, it's going to be all that one color. So if you want some more pops of color. And if you look at the die itself, you also have paper piecing abilities if you want to do that, right? So like in here, I know it might be hard to see right now, but there's like this area that kind of opens up. So this kind of looks like a real big like lotus flower in my opinion. I don't know, something like that. Really pretty. And it might be also in this area. So just lots of ways to play with that. So what I'm going to do is grab some paper and we will just get started. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm going to make my own card base because what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do this with some black paper. And I think both of the pieces that I have are A4 size. So A4 is like 8.25 by like almost 12 inches. It's like kind of a different European sizing. So what I'm going to do is just cut this off of here. And the gold glitter paper I have is also A4 size. So usually for a slimline, I just cut the paper, it's A2 size paper, just what we normally carry here in the US. And I'll just place this way, right? Or if I'm doing a slimline card base, I would just cut it at 7 inches. On the 11-inch side, it's already 8.5 wide. So then you just score it at 3.5 inches on that 7-inch side. We're not going to be able to do that today, or at least I'm not, because of the paper I'm using. So I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, of course. We'll start there. And then I'm going to make a glitter card base. I don't think I've ever done that before. Use the whole paper to do glitter, but I think it'll be really pretty coming through the back. And so, let's see. As I pull this out, I drop something else, so didn't want you to get startled there. So again, this is A4 size, so what I'm going to have to do is cut the 8 inches off of this side. Sorry, see, I don't want to mess it up already. Off the length, we're going to go 8.5. Sorry, I just want to double check what I'm doing, 8.5. And then 7 off the other side, because otherwise we can't get the 8.5 off the other side. And then we're going to go ahead and score this on the 7.5-inch side at 3.5. So that's generally how I make my card bases. Now I just want to make sure we're on the 7-inch side, okay? And scored at 3.5. And since this is, some thicker paper, I'll take that score line a couple times. And I'm going to fold it this way, and I'm going to try to do this very carefully. Wow. Okay, I will be right back once I run that through. Okay, you guys. Oh my gosh, look at that. So hopefully you see what I'm talking about as far as the piecing. I don't know why I have foam all over the place. Well, I do know. I cut foam tape. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to pick out some colors to do our Kaleidoscope flowers with, and I will be right back. I'm going to make them all the same, I believe. Yeah, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to make this very dramatic. I have kind of a bright pink, a deep red, and gold. And again, the black is going to peek through just a little bit, like in this area, right? This very small area. So I think what I'm going to do is red with the larger, the third piece, right? Our base piece. So I'm going to cut 3 of those. And then gold with this one, just because it's peeking out, because if I put gold right on top, this flower is basically exactly the same size that's here. I mean, it might have like a little bit, has a little bit of an area, but I just want the gold kind of sandwiched in between. So I'm going to put this here with the second one, 3 of those, and then the lightest, the smallest one being pink, and 3 of those, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so I have my pieces here, and all I'm going to do, and hopefully this glue is ready, actually I'll use this one, is glue my layers together. So this is the 3rd layer, the bottom layer. As you can see, there's most... How pretty would these be to just paper piece back into them and have them on your card, just like one of the layers? So pretty. Okay, so that's the 1st layer, so this guy's going to go on top of that. And I'm just putting glue here. Clearly, but just all around all the different areas. And I'll match that up. And I'm doing this in the air for some reason, but of course you can just put it down perfectly symmetrical. Well, I don't know about symmetrical, but you can keep, you know, it doesn't matter where you place it, it's going to be fine, is what I'm trying to say. It's symmetrical. I guess it is symmetrical if you go this way and this way, right? But I'm saying there's not one specific direction you have to place it, which makes it very easy. And then this guy. And I'll do the same thing with the other 2. You know, for this one, even though we do have a very thin tip on the glue, I'm just going to do this. Get some of that glue on there. And here. Okay, guys, and I'm kind of just like pinching it here. Helps me kind of line them up. I'm kind of using my 2 fingers to get them placed where they need to be. So pretty. And then my camera wants to like blow everything out. Here we go. There we go. I love it. That little bit of red, you would think it would be like sandwiched in here somewhere, but it's in the back, you know, it's just so pretty. Okay. Oh, and you know what? Even better, the little gold in the center. I didn't notice that. So that 3rd, which one is it? This guy. He doesn't have a little hole in the center. Just the top one does. Okay, I'll be back. My 3 flowers are down here close to me where I can see while I was working. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I'm going to glue it down completely, but to be honest, there's lots of areas here where you could just pop in a glue tab, you know, to keep them up higher. And you can have that little spacing if you want that up top. But I'm going to put glue all over the back of this and then just put it down on my card base. And so on these little delicate areas, I just kind of do this kind of thing, especially with that glitter card base, you want to get a good amount of glue. So I'm going to put that down. And then, just making sure everything's popped out. And the areas where it's more delicate, like this area here, I'll just put glue on the back of my hand and pat, 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 place it down. Okay, guys, so we have our piece laid down here. We have our little guys. I'm probably going to pop these up on dimensionals. So for now, let's just have an idea what that looks like, something like that. And then, of course, that's a gorgeous card. If you want to put a sentiment on there, you're good to go. Paper piecing in these beautiful flowers, like I had mentioned earlier, awesome. You know, we want to fill these guys in. Maybe you just want to put rhinestones on these little guys. But what I'm going to do is take this, and it looks like there's 4 larger flowers and 4 smaller ones. But again, you can put whatever you want on them, you know, if you want to put larger flowers everywhere. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to run it through the red paper. I have a little bit extra over there. And as far as the flower center, I'm wondering if I should just put a rhinestone. So let me just run them through and then we'll see what I want to do for the centers. But we do have centers here. So red and then pink ones. And I'll be right back. So I have a few things going here. Let's put these guys to the side. That's okay, so I just have my little Again, I put dimensionals in the back of them. I was going to put some in the middle, but I think this will hold it up. If you want to pop a little something in the center, you know, go for it. Sorry, got to bring this closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. I want to be like right on, especially because this dimensional I use is really high. It is tall stuff. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to pop the other two in their spaces, and then we have our little flowers. So I think what I'm just going to do is just put them down. I don't know if they're exactly, they look pretty much exactly the same. Glue them in the center, or just in the center, because I kind of like letting these things do their own thing. So I think that's what I'll do, is just place a little bit of glue. Where's my, well, I'll use this one again. Just a little glue in the center. I like to leave the petals kind of doing their own thing. But like I said, they aren't symmetrical, I don't think, but they pretty much pair up really well with whatever's down at the base there. So I'll put these in, and then I'm just going to pop in like these red flowers wherever the larger flowers are. Okay, and I'll be back. Guys, look at that. A lot of dimension on there. So pretty. And then we have the leaf dye. If you want to fill it out with like some more leaves, I think that would be really gorgeous, of course. What I'm going to do is grab my tool here. Oh, you know what they have on Spellbinders now? They also have the crystal katana, which I have one somewhere around here. I should bring that out. You can check that out and we'll see how that... But anyway, I'm going to put some half pearls, and I think I'm going to put larger ones like in the flower in the center. And then in the small guys, I'll have like this medium size pearl. And I'll just go and do that with all those, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys. And so I'm just going to pop on a... sentiment, and I have this congrats. I think it's from the Be Bold collection, and it just says congrats. So I'm going to run this through like a lighter pink, so it's a little bit different pink than on the flowers, just a little bit. And I'm also going to run it through black so we can drop shadow it. Okay, and I'll be right back. Okay, just drop shadow this guy. I already put some glue on the back of the pink, and I'm just kind of going down the way here, and it's kind of a little bit down into the right is where I'm matching these up. I know it might be hard to see, but there it is. See that black shadow on the back of that. And let me think about where I want to put this. We can put this anywhere, really. I mean, I am going to put it over here and put it like that. So, I'm just going to put the glue on the back of my hand again. Really getting that glue on there. And we're going to go from right here to right here. That's cute. Okay, I'm going to hold that down and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so there it is. Thanks for watching. So much to do on this one. I mean, again, if you want a paper piece, you just like it as a shadow background, you want to add some leaves, you want to do the flowers, don't do the flower. I mean, there's just so many different ways to do this. So thanks for watching, guys. I have the links in the description box. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. And images coming up, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.